Welcome to a Recipe Reborn featuring your favorite foods from Final Fantasy XIV. Hello, my name is Lemon Drop and I recreate dishes as close as I can to the in-game recipe, description, and thumbnail. If you're into 14 and food, please subscribe and click the bell for a new episode every Tuesday. Today I'm making Creamy Salmon Pasta, and taking some inspiration from Binging with Babish, I'll be making it two ways. First, I will only be using the ingredients listed in the in-game recipe, with the exception of salt. Then, once I've tasted it, I'll make it a second time, adding ingredients and techniques that I think would make it better or even easier according to my own taste and preferences. The in-game recipes often don't amount to what is shown in the thumbnail, so I wanted to take this unique opportunity to do the same dish two ways. I'm reducing the cream over low heat. This takes some time and patience since cream burns easily. Next, I'm poaching the salmon, which only takes about 5 minutes if the fish is at room temperature. To get evenly sized flakes, I'm pulling the fish apart with the grain. This can also be done with a fork if you prefer. The in-game recipe says frantoio oil, which I learned is a variety of olive from Tuscany, which is in Italy. Now I'm boiling the vermicelli, which is super quick since they're so thin. Everything goes together in a pan to combine and heat through. Throw on some pepper and give it a taste. So this tastes pretty good, but it is heavy on the fat. Salmon is a fatty fish, and the flavor of the olive oil is mostly overpowered by the cream. I would like to add some acid and green herb flavors to balance it. So I'll give it another try. The description says homemade pasta, so that's what I'm doing. I have done this before in the Spaghetti al Nero episode, but today I'm doing it by hand to change it up. As usual, times, temperatures, and measurements are in the description below. Even without a mixer, this is still pretty easy to do. Everything goes in a bowl to combine until it forms a ball of dough. Once it comes together, I'm kneading it until it is smooth, then shaping it into a ball and covering to rest and hydrate for about an hour. While I wait, I'm preparing the other ingredients. I was happy with the salmon from the first try, but I can use the poaching liquid to add more flavors. These simmer for about 8 minutes before cooking the salmon. For the sauce, starting with a base of goat cheese and adding ingredients for flavor means I don't have to stir a pot of cream for 15 minutes, which is much more convenient. Goat cheese also has a slightly tangy flavor to which I'm adding a little bit of lemon juice. White wine would work well too. The secret to getting really even noodles is shaping it into a rectangle by folding the round edges inward. From there, roll it out evenly as thin as you prefer and then cut it using a sharp, floured knife. These cook pretty quickly, so all my ingredients are ready to get on the plate within a few minutes. Everything goes together in a pan to combine and heat through. The sauce is a little thick, so I'm adding a little bit of the pasta cooking water. Almost done. Get everything on the plate and ready for a little garnishing. A little bit of pepper. That looks pretty good. A few finishing touches. There, now that looks ready to serve. So I think this turned out pretty well. Even though I enjoyed the first iteration, there's always room for improvement, and it's fun to experiment and try new techniques to make something the way I like. There may be optimal ways to prepare certain food, but if you make food that you enjoy, there's no right or wrong way, especially if you're the one who's eating it. If you make this at home with dry pasta, you could very well get this on the table within 15 minutes, so I hope you give it a try. For the full recipe and instructions, please check out the link to my website in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week for another recipe and another episode.